Okay, wait. Pause. Back up. So I made this compilation thing, and it's only 2 minutes long of the entire 2 week trip. So let's walk through it. This is obviously the plane ride. Um, this was the first day, and we walked up this hill a lot because it was right by our hotel. And the first time I walked up this hill, we were like, "Oh my god, this is a huge hill." But like, this is our first walk into Scotland. There are lots of hills. I don't know if you've ever been to Scotland or Edinburgh specifically. The whole city is just hills. So I got used to it pretty quick, but and then this was day 2. This was Arthur's Seat. This is the top. Turn down the volume. Okay, so this was we took a bus to Loch Ness, where the Loch Ness monster lives. Loch means lake. It's Lake Ness. It's the monster of Lake Ness. And so, okay, this is Urquhart Castle. Go back. This is Urquhart Castle, and I have like an hour's worth of footage of us being here. We probably walked around here for like an hour, and then we got on a ferry, which I didn't include in the compilation because I'm trying to keep this down for 2 minutes, and this is day 3 out of 14. This was that was hold on. This is what are they called? What are they called? The green not greenhouse. A greenhouse? Am I stupid? Oh. Is it just called a greenhouse? A zoo for plants. What's that called? A garden? I don't know what it was called. God, I feel so stupid now. What's that freaking word? Okay, this is literally the best tasting ice cream. It's gelato technically, but ice cream is gelato. It's the same. It's the same thing. I don't care what it's made out of. It's the same thing. This is literally the best ice cream I've ever had in the whole world. It's better than Whitey's. It's better than Cold Stone. It's better than anything I've ever had. I think this was salted caramel and brownie something maybe. I don't know, but it was so good because she makes it on her own. She makes it homemade gelato every freaking morning, and it's amazing. It's just like this little shop, but like it's literally so tasty. This was a museum we went to. It was like it used to be a prison for like a castle or something, and they turned it into a museum. And this is like the '60s thing, and this was, I think it's a replica of. Well, it's not. It's obviously not the real thing, but it's a model of the Soviet spacecraft that the guy sat in. The first guy who was launched into space from Russia. This was an Indian restaurant. I didn't mean to do that. This was from an Indian restaurant, and I got the kids dessert came with. I still have that. I put all my change in it. This was the Beatles Museum, John Lennon section in Manchester. I think that was in Manchester. I don't know for sure. Nice place to pause. This was me drinking gin for the first time, which was delicious, by the way. This is Hogwarts. Yeah, that's where I got this hat. Well, I got this hat from the Wizarding World, but actually, I think I did. Did I? Is there a tag? The Making of Harry Potter, Warner Brothers Studios, London. Yep, I got this hat from London, and I love it. I wear it a lot. But yeah, this is literally Hogwarts. This is where they filmed the courtyard scenes and were pretending to be monks, I guess. This is okay. Let me tell you about this guy. Wait, just listen. Listen to the sound of his beautiful voice. Let me turn up. Listen. Yeah, I hope you could hear that. Look at him. He's obviously cosplaying as Hagrid, but I think this is just how he is in real life too. He was our tour guide, and he was awesome. He took us down like Nocturne Alley, and he took us to where the place where they believe um inspired Diagon Alley, because he took us to it and he's like, "This is Diagon Alley. Obviously, this is not where they filmed. It looks nothing like it." But he's like, "This is where we believe is the real Diagon Alley." And then he took us to where they actually filmed Nocturne Alley. That was really cool. Like you could see the stuff on the walls that are actually in the movie. These, I believe, are the legit props that were used in the movies, and they put them all here. I think these are the real props from the movie. Oh yeah, yeah. And then we went and saw um I forgot what the name of the thing was, but we saw David Tennant live. That was really cool. From literally the highest seats in the entire theater. We were like 3 or 4 stories up, way back in the middle of nowhere. But it was hilarious. It was very vulgar. It's one of the most like verbally vulgar plays I've ever seen. Like it was F bomb after F bomb. Like it was hilarious though. It was so funny. Okay, so this is obviously the making of Harry Potter. Warner Brothers Studios, right? They had all the props in there. I have a whole separate video for that specifically, but I just wanted to include my favorite part, which was um this was literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like it's unbelievable. Like seeing this in real life is breathtaking. I it was in awe. I was completely speechless. It blew me away. It's this model of Hogwarts is like they filmed it against the green screen so that, and they took aerial shots of it and stuff for the movie. But like when you see this in real life, it's as big as our apartment complex, like it's huge. And you're like walk around the whole thing, like there's a whole pathway around it, and it's like in the middle. It's huge. It's huge. It's like a 1/26th sized ratio of what it would be in real life, but it's freaking huge, and I loved it. It was easily my favorite thing, by far my favorite thing. It's probably a good like to the top of this spire, 20 feet. It's huge. From the bottom of the rocks to the top is probably like 20 feet. And then we went to Oxford where they filmed the Great Hall. This was really cool. I believe this is where they actually filmed the Great Hall. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure this either inspired it or it was the location. I think it was the location. I think that's why they had that sign there. And I think this is in Durham. This is a different castle. They filmed Hogwarts at many different actual castles around the UK. But I think this was in Durham. And I believe this is where they filmed the Quidditch practice field from like the first movie. And this is just around the outside of the castle. I think he got 3 hops there. That's pretty good. And then me and Shane went and had fun in the bar. Oh, and then I went to Comic-Con and I met the Power Rangers. Before we went on this trip, I didn't know they were going to be there until like 2 days before. Our professor was like, "Dude, there's a Comic-Con and the Power Rangers are going to be there." And I'm like, "Are you serious? I'm going 100%." So we all went to Comic-Con. We went to Paris, the catacombs under Paris, and those were all 100% real human bones. Because back in the day, hundreds of years ago, they had a cemetery. They had lots of cemeteries, and for whatever reason, they were like, "Okay, we're getting rid of these cemeteries and we're building a city here." So they had to dig up every single grave. There's literally between 6 and 7 million skeletons, and these are all like arm and leg bones, and everybody has like 4 big arm bones and 2 big leg bones. So that's why there's so many of these, and there's skulls just everywhere. It's amazing. It's all underground. I don't remember what that's called, but Obviously, Eiffel Tower. We didn't go up it, but we didn't go up it because it was like a 2 hour. It probably would have taken us between 2 or 3 hours just to wait in line to get up it, and we had other things to do. So I would like to go back and climb and go up it one day. This is just the airport. Back home. That's Tim. We went, Shane and Tim and my professor and I. We all went, and then um, I took home. I got quite a few souvenirs. I didn't get anything big because these are all the things I got. I got go away words. Um, I got this baseball from Paris, this tennis ball from Paris, this Power Ranger from the Pop Funko Pop store. I forgot what it was. What the heck is that place called? That place was awesome. This from the Indian restaurant. I got a coaster. I got the skull pencil. It's a pencil sharpener from Urquhart Castle. All my change that I never spent. I still have a few pounds left. So that was fun. And I'm wearing my hat, which was awesome. Go Hufflepuffs.